Thank you for joining us, everyone. I hope this is valuable. Interestingly, I've written quite a bit about this subject, AI and CRM, and where it's going. A lot of it is very nascent. It's not really doing much for its users. Salesforce has had it out for a while. Zoho has been using it. HubSpot has been using it quite extensively in its marketing suite. You know, if you understand the HubSpot suite, and if you don't, if you're new to our webinars, they've got a marketing, a sales, and a customer service suite of tools. It's been quite prevalent, the AI bit in the marketing piece, but now coming into the sales piece, launched in sort of late September and kind of rolling out. That's what I hope to show you. Unfortunately, I can't show you everything. Some of it we don't even have access to. We've just got a few videos to say this is coming down the line. You'll notice as I click through things, a lot of the stuff is in beta. So please, I'm not a guru. I'm not like some magic guy that knows everything. I'm a person that uses this software. We enable our clients to use it. I might get some stuff wrong. Some of this is relatively new to me too, and I might break the AI. So bear with me. So let's get going. Okay, a little bit about us. We do HubSpot. We work with all sorts of companies, some small, some big. You know, biggest companies we've implemented HubSpot for 10,000 plus. Often every month we're running, implementations for small firms of like 5 people. So it depends. We're 35 people, offices in Johannesburg and Cape Town. And yeah, we do HubSpot. Okay, so let's outline the problem and why AI might be well suited to fix these things. So the customer journey's changed. It's not this linear, straight path to purchase like in the image below that we were used to. This made third-party data easy to obtain and leads were predictable. The problem is there's a shift in behavior and the difficulty in tracking that journey. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people, whether you're from marketing or from sales backgrounds or just a business owner background, you understand this type of journey, and this is a B2B image. Consumer type B2C stuff is very much the same. I need a solution to my problems. I research it. I buy it. I get onboarded. I start using it, and I take support from them, and I renew. And maybe if I'm really, really happy, I refer. This is stock standard, but this has changed. Okay. Things have become very non-linear, and it's made it very difficult as marketers and as salespeople to understand how things are working. So today the customer journey is non-linear. It's multi-channel. Okay, email. I mean, you can look at these things over here. We've got ebooks. We've got webinars like we're on at the moment. We've got elements of sales. Okay, we've got marketing emails, we've got sales calls, we've got closing deals, we've got submitting tickets. And I mean, this does look somewhat linear, but I mean, really what does happen is this thing reverses back on itself. And it's made it very hard to track. It's much harder to access and compile data too. One of the other problems is with this type of system, as I'll show you just now, is sometimes we've got data sitting in different systems, which makes it even more difficult. So anyway, the crux of this is the complexity means it's hard to optimize. It's hard to optimize the sales process. It's hard to optimize the marketing process that supports the sales process. We have a bit of a data problem, okay? Buying a stack of traditional third-party intelligence software can leave you with a mess of tangled databases. Okay, so we might use something like LinkedIn, we might use something like Apollo, we might have our own data in our CRM, we try to push them together, we might download a list or buy a list for marketing, we might buy a list for sales, and I've just given 2 examples of databases here, but sometimes we have many. There's customer service databases. So you might have HubSpot here or MailChimp. You might have Zoho or HubSpot or Salesforce or Microsoft Dynamics or Pipedrive. And then your support might be using something like Zendesk, or Freshdesk. And this data all over the place means it's very hard for salespeople to put a finger on an inquiry or a lead and know what's going on. Like, is this someone I should be putting effort into reaching out to? Okay, it's very, very hard to figure out what's up to date. And hey, was the last touch in marketing? Was it in sales? Was it in service? What is the latest data? Very difficult to tell. Okay. The other thing with this is, and especially with multiple databases, but even if it's just one, okay, is duplicate data floods the CRM. Believe it or not, I was looking around in our CRM, and we do this for a living. I clicked on someone, and maybe I'll show that that contact. It popped up in one of the flows where it was a qualified lead, a guy called Senzo. He works in the automotive industry, and I actually found 2 or 3 different emails for him. That's a problem. Which one did he interact with us most recently with? Okay. Who do we target? I mean, I looked at that, I was like, well, is he at this company or is he at this company? Is he at both? Okay, it doesn't fix itself, it only gets worse. So what are the costs of these massive databases and inaccurate data? You spend more money, you spend more time, you don't see the results, your customer experience crashes, okay? And the sales team stops using your expensive CRM. So if anyone on the session today is a CRM admin. We often have a lot of those types that are in these sessions looking at other solutions. Welcome, if that's one of you. The sales team stops using the expensive CRM and goes rogue. They don't track things anymore. It's just email, it's just calls, out of Outlook, off the cell phone, WhatsApp. Nothing is tracked, okay? I've seen this so often, especially if the data's crap, they're not going to be in the system, right? The marketing team goes rogue as well. The job's easier to do it if they do it their way. So they throw out the marketing CRM. In this case, let's say it's a HubSpot CRM. And they go, you know, we don't want to use those tracking codes. It's like, I'm just going to use Google Tag Manager. And then I'm going to use Google Ads, and I'm actually going to use my own ads account because it's easier and I know it. And then, yeah, I'll just bring in this marketing software and this plugin on WordPress, and it is all over the place, okay? So, yeah, wasted resources and poor customer experience in the medium to long-term revenue falls, okay? Very, very common story, okay? So, how do we solve this? Well, one solution, it's not every. Remember, guys, I said I'm not a guru, but this is a way to do it, a way that we've researched, that we do for our clients, that we're learning about as it evolves, because all of this AI stuff is evolving, is the HubSpot Breeze AI suite. Okay, so let's dive into it. Is it unique? As I said, no, it's not unique. Okay, Salesforce has it. Dynamics has it, Zoho has it, and if you go on the right, I've written a blog on this. Let me see if I can, and we'll drop some of these links in, guys, afterwards, where I actually go. I went and researched it along marketing, sales, service, and outlines costs and that sort of thing. You know, I mean, obviously we promoting and selling these solutions into our clients. We need to understand what the competition is doing. Often our clients are using the competition. So we need to know what's happening. Go read that article. I'll drop it in the link later. It's often very expensive. Salesforce AI, you want to use the full suite. It's freaking expensive, okay? And I will give it to Salesforce. That solution's beautiful. It really does work well. It's called Einstein, and it's really, really good. It's just super expensive. You know, you're going into hundreds of dollars per user to access those tools. In a lot of cases, it's just not that good, okay? Some of the sort of smaller systems like Pipedrive, they've got a little bit of AI in them. The Zoho stuff, I've seen it, it's not bad. It's okay on the marketing, on the sales, it's not good. The HubSpot Breeze AI seems to be the most complete implementation so far across CRM for sales, marketing, and service teams. And let me show you why I think that is. And I'm happy to be proved wrong on that, but I do believe that it really is leading. And it's from a functionality point of view and also a cost point of view. Okay, so what's involved in the suite? And guys, I'm going to jump into some demos and show you things. Probably embarrass myself where I don't make it work properly the way it's supposed to. People don't normally like to do live demos, but we will try. So think of HubSpot Breeze AI as 3 companions, okay? And they're built into the core. What's the core of HubSpot? It's a CRM. Remember, with HubSpot, the architecture is a CRM, and then we've got a marketing module, sales module, service module, a website module. There's an iPaaS module, which is for integrations and data cleansing. Works quite nicely like that. So just remember that the core is the CRM. So number 1, we've got Breeze Copilot. So it's like ChatGPT, same thing, but it's built into your CRM system, so it can access. I mentioned Senzo the other day, earlier. It can access the properties that we have on Senzo in the chat, and it can give us insights exactly on Senzo. So a little bit different to GPT. Yes, we can create GPTs like that, and we can upload the data and let them read databases, but for most mere mortals, that's pretty intense and a little bit too much of an effort to see if it can work. Then we've got Breeze Intelligence. Okay, this provides AI-led data enrichment, website visitor intent, and advanced segmentation in your CRM. This is super powerful, and I'll show you for salespeople and marketing people. Okay, we can use AI to populate properties in the CRM. Based on those properties, we can surface leads to marketers, to salespeople. We can run them through different automations as marketers. We can run them through, and I'll show you this. This is very cool. Unfortunately, I don't have access to it, but we can run it through sequence tools and automate that whole outreach process for individual salespeople. And then we've got the agents, and there's 4 agents which I'll jump into. They're specialized agents designed to automate tasks in particular areas. Okay, so Copilot across the board, intelligence, sorts out your data, surfaces leads, customers that you should be chatting to, and the Breeze agents, there's 4, they're specialized tasks. Okay, so in action for sales, we're going to identify high-value deals, research companies, personalized outreach. We mentioned that. For customer service, we're going to provide 24/7 support, automate routine tasks, and resolve issues faster. And for marketing, we're going to enrich your data, personalize messaging, and increase social media engagement. Okay. Let's jump into these elements. So, Copilot, your AI assistant. Ask anything, get answers, take action. Like ChatGPT, and sorry I'm repeating a bit of this, but it bears repeating. Like ChatGPT, but built into your CRM and able to leverage your CRM data. You can create content, you can access insights, and you can improve efficiency across your teams. Available on your browser and the mobile app, which is pretty cool, and I'll show you some quite sexy stuff with that. So you can summarize email conversations, tickets. Imagine a long string of tickets, support, and you just say, summarize this. You get, okay, client's happy, they were complaining about this, the agent, who is this person, solved it, and the time to close was this period, okay? It'll also allow you to write marketing content and sales outreach content. Okay, let's see, a little bit of a shot on AI summarization in the app. I use this all the time. So I have a few, we've got 35 staff members, and I've got some rules set up that I get notified on certain things, certain key clients. This is one of our clients in the vehicle tracking industry. And what you can see here is I've got a string of 11 emails. I click generate summary. it generates and it gives me an idea. The conversation transcript is an exchange between Max and Marlies regarding the status of articles and their publication on a website. Marlies confirms that the April and May articles have been uploaded, etc., etc. I didn't have to go read them. Amazing little quick function on my phone, letting me know that something important has happened. Go read it. Okay. What I'm going to do in the meantime is just show you Copilot here. Okay. So let's see if I can grab something like this and okay. That's interesting. Oh, I'm in the wrong portal. Okay, so I've just searched. This is my Gmail address. I use it for testing. I don't want to show too much client data, guys. This is our CRM. And I can go, okay, Luke Peters, searched without having to go into everything, okay? I can actually just say, summarize this. Okay, Luke Peters is a customer and is the managing director of Acme Co, who was created in your CRM on this date and is currently owned by Luke Martinezson. Okay, I own my own Gmail address in my property. It's my email. The last engagement was October the 20th, and he has one open ticket. Notably, there have been several email exchanges, including a confirmation to proceed on March the 20th. Okay, and then I can go and have a look at everything, etc. I can create a task. I can draft an email. Just a really cool summary of elements. Okay, I wanted to just, hopefully I don't scream ahead here. I just want to see something. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this quickly. As I said, these demos can be rather interesting. So let's have a look here. So I'm going to send myself an email. Okay. And I'm going to use the AI, which is inside of the HubSpot plugin for sales. This will also work very well in Outlook. So I might go cold outreach, and I'm going to go, I was actually showing a travel client this recent. Well, let's just say, okay, I'm selling because it's just going to be quicker. So I'm selling corporate travel service to a CFO and lower your overall travel costs. Oh, God. Okay, excuse me. And I want to be formal, and I'm going to generate. And guys, if any of you have used AI, which I'm pretty sure all of you have, I know that you are not going to use this off the bat. You are going to edit it. You've got to read these things. This AI is no different. But here's the thing, okay? This is a start, and I can then go in and edit things. I can add my documents. I can do the necessaries. I can then track it, etc. But the beauty is I've done that very, very quickly. Obviously, I've got a little bit of other AI over here, which is Grammarly. I'm sure you guys are all sort of using these things as well. So we go edit it, and now we can send it. Okay, I'll just send this to myself. But you know, really, really nice and easy. Let's go back to Copilot. So now I was fiddling around here this morning, and I was thinking, as a salesperson, it would be nice to know if I have any gaps in my data. So in HubSpot, we like to use personas. So if I just say if you just go to our website, we drive on all of our marketing of personas. So if you go talk to sales, we've got different personas. I manage technology and data at my company, responsible for sales. I'm a manager, I'm a marketing manager, I'm operational, I'm using or considering HubSpot. These then filter everyone out so we can, or into categories so we can send the data person that type of communication. Okay, so we want to know if I have any contacts, do I own any contacts without a persona? Nice, easy way to go clean my data. I don't need to know how the lists work. I don't need to have access to lists. Okay, wow, cool, all right. So yeah, I do actually, and I can go view these people. All right, but I can also see that I can find more. So let's just have a look there. Okay, I've got more. And I can slowly but surely go and sort these out. I can also ask, and now we're getting a little bit into marketing, but like, or maybe very advanced sales manager type role type thing. Can you create a static list for me, of them for me? Okay, so I don't want a list in the chat. I want a list that is created, that I can go and see this list and work on it all the time. So hopefully I don't have to click into them. I can actually go literally do a list view. Okay, I'll show you what that looks like in a sec. Okay, sure. I've created a workflow. Those people who are not in HubSpot world, workflows are automations, called static list creation, contacts without personas to automate the process. Okay, so how cool is that? In fact, it hasn't just created a once-off list. It's actually gone and created a workflow to do this. Okay, so if I were to go and kick it off, and I might have a few exceptions in here that I need to just go fix. Okay, cool. Check a little bit of AI. Adds a contact to an existing static list when the manual is triggered. Turn it on. Okay, cool. It's going to start adding people to the list. Okay, so actually it does need to just create a bit of a trigger there, but pretty freaking cool. Okay, I'm just going to turn this off because I don't want to create any bad information. But the point is, look how quickly that created a workflow for maybe a sales manager who would struggle to create this without this type of information. Okay, so as I said, this is like ChatGPT, but it's like baked into the CRM. And I could go on and on for ages here, but I think that's enough. You get the message there. Again, not perfect. It didn't put the triggers into that workflow, but that would be pretty straightforward to do. But it actually came up with a better idea than I had that would actually automatically update that list all the time. So let's go back here. Okay, customer agent. So we've all seen chat agents on websites. They're all they all lack a little bit. They're a little bit stupid. Okay, this customer agent, okay, is an AI and data-led chatbot. Okay, the data part is the interesting thing. So what we do, we train the customer agent with content in your knowledge base, website and blog. And then what happens is more complex queries are routed to available and relevant support agents. So, and I'll show you how this is done now, but you'll see here, we've added the knowledge base and the website content, okay? And then what's happening is it's telling us how many conversations have been completed without having to go to a real agent. So let's have a look at what this looks like. We're just running a test at the moment on one of our deeper pages, okay? And let's have a look here. So actually, let me just show you how this is set up. Apologies. Breeze, customer agent, content. Okay, so we don't run a knowledge base, but we've got website pages and we've got a few different blogs that we run, case studies, etc. all of that information is loaded up into here, and you can actually see it's synced. All right. So what the agent will do, and then we'll get some data on it. Obviously, we haven't used it in a while because we're just testing it. I'm a little bit nervous of these things, but they seem to be running quite well. So let's just say, what does Mo agency do? Oops. Okay, so digital marketing agency that focuses on services including website marketing and sales campaigns. They integrate digital solutions and manage client interactions. Mo Agency is also the highest rated HubSpot agency in South Africa. That's cool. These are our services. Cool. And then what it tells you is these are the sources it has taken the answers from. So let's go. So I know that I've written a few articles on how much does stuff cost. So how much does a website cost with Mo Agency? I couldn't find specific pricing for building a website with Mo Agency. The cost can vary based on the complexity and specific requirements for your project. Please could you provide more details about what you're looking for in a website, number of pages? So how cool is that? So it couldn't find a specific article, and I actually know why that happened, because I don't have specific costs with Mo Agency. I think I have an article on what does a website cost generally. This is going to enable to be transferred to an agent with that detail, okay? But let me just show you. So this is why your content needs to be good. What does a website cost? Again, typing. Cool. Okay, so let's leverage these two things. And here we are. Generally, most customers spend between 120 and 500,000. Okay, and it's quite cool that it's got an exchange rate detailed in there. Don't know how that did that. Maybe it's in the content. But what we can see, and I can go, that's cool. Okay, no, that's all. Okay, so deflected, happy. Okay, or I could start it, or what I could have done over here is, if you remember, there was an element that said be transferred to an agent. Then what we can do is we can edit the routing and we can decide who that's going to go to. Okay, so this agent can be created as a sales agent. It can be created as a support agent. You can do anything you want. And then you can, I just dropped a lot of our blog content in there. I don't think that's necessarily the best way to do it, but you guys can see where this is going, and it's very powerful. Okay. This one, we don't have access to yet. I've seen the videos. They haven't given us access to it, but it is very, very powerful. So let me explain what it's going to do. So email outreach on automatic. The prospecting agent will identify prospects by researching external data sources, your CRM data, prospects activity on your website to craft sales outreach and even schedule and send it at the best times. Okay, so this we've seen, guys. This is a sequence. It will build the sequences based on what it can find about your prospect on the public internet and what's in your CRM. You can change the tone, you can regenerate it, okay? Users have the option to review and approve communications before they're sent, or let the agent run on its own. This is obviously approving it. I would always recommend that. I'm not so sure that you want to let stuff run on automatic, but maybe if it's high volume and you're doing massive outreach, B2C type projects, totally doable. But this is a very interesting product. It's still in beta. We're waiting for it to be released to us. As I said, if you search the internet, there is someone there are 50 agencies around the world who are very sales orientated, SDR type agencies. They got access to this. There is a video on the public internet on YouTube if you just search HubSpot prospecting agent demo. It's really good and explains what it is. I don't have access to it at this point. A lot of this stuff is in beta. Yeah, if you if you actually have a look at this and you go content, oops, let's actually go to here. Let's just see if we've got the demo portal. Bear in mind here. Let's just do this. You'll see that all of this stuff, and some of the stuff I'm going to be showing you is all in beta. So yeah, it's getting there. It's not perfect. Okay, the content agent. So this is more of a marketing tool, but I just thought I'd throw it in here because it's quite interesting, because truly, and I'm going to show you this in a very good demo just now, why the marketing piece, if you're a salesperson on this call, is so important. Okay, I think it's in the next few slides. Actually, I'm going to show a demo of it and how we have recently, I noticed by looking at the tools, like we activated a big client or potential client of ours. Okay, so content remix is insane. Narration, blog creation, email creation, more. Let me just show you this content remix thing. So as a marketer, we can take a video, a web page, audio. I'm going to take this and I'm going to look at how to select an email marketing system, add content. Okay, and then I'm going to say, look, I want to turn this into a ad, an email, and a social post. Yep, that's it. Cool. I want it on those. That one. Yep. Let's go. Some of you guys have seen this in some of our marketing work. Apologies. I think there's some salespeople on this call, so I just wanted to show them what's going on with this. It's just interesting. So what we can see here is we've got an ad, we've got social, and it's busy creating an email. This then saves it in the relevant parts of HubSpot. You then go to it and you edit it and schedule it. Works beautifully well. You can do this into podcasts. You can do this into landing pages. Helps you spin out content. Again, you're going to want to go just edit it, save and edit in the app. So as I said, it'll push it into the social part of the app. Okay, and we can go edit it. If we go into here, it's going to push it into the email part. Over here, it's going to push it into the ad network. So it's not going to do everything for you, but it's going to give you a very good start and allow you to get reach on your content that you've written. Cool. So that is the content agent, which I thought I'd just throw in there. Okay. The social agent, I also thought I'd just throw in there. Basically, what this will do is it'll go analyze your social media, it'll generate posts, it'll tell you what's trending in your industry, it'll suggest posts to do. But again, this is marketing. I just wanted to put it in here because it is one of the 4 agents. And now the most interesting piece is the data enrichment. So this is a pretty wild feature that they've implemented. So HubSpot bought a company called Clearbit, and I think they bought a few other bits and bobs that we're not too sure of. But I was a little bit, let's call it skeptical about this in the beginning, and working through it to build this webinar, I was pretty amazed. As I say, we even surfaced 1 or 2 prospects. So it'll clean, complete, and provide accurate data. Get the latest context from your contacts, enrich them with 40 attributes, and it'll also do form shortening. So if someone's submitting a form and on your website and HubSpot is aware of who they are, like they put their email address in, it'll populate the rest of the form, which is pretty amazing. You can change the settings of this, so I'll show you this in a second. And one of the other things that I'll just show you quickly is that, and this has been happening for a long time, they've been building on this, but HubSpot combs through your emails that everyone sends and actually updates your records. So you'll notice this is an enrichment report, but basically it'll look at email signatures and actually put them into your CRM, which is amazing. Mobile phones, last names, first names updated, job titles, phones. So they're coming at this. They're coming at this pretty extensively. So let me show you what it looks like. If I go to data management, data enrichment, okay. Unfortunately, you need to buy credits. Okay, they're not expensive. They're about, I think it's 30 US cents per credit, and then it updates that contact for a month. I'm not 100% sure on the data accuracy in South Africa. We need to run tests. Often these tools are very European, US based, so just be aware, you need to run tests. But what we can do is we can automatically enrich these records, companies or contacts, or we can allow them to be manually enriched, okay? We can also say continuously enrich records, okay? So they've always got the latest data. So if I were to go, let's have a look here. I don't know, Investec Bank. Enrich record. Okay, so this is information that I don't currently have on it, okay? And it's just detailing company name properly, revenue, LinkedIn. I don't think I'd enrich this. I wonder if I could do a contact. No contacts on that one. We've got a few Investecs. But the same thing would happen for an Investec contact. We'd be able to enrich it. Maybe I can, actually let me not go into people's, let me not do this live and go into our CRM, but that's the enrichment. So it can be done automatically or it can be done on a case-by-case basis. I would do it on a case-by-case basis just purely because you pay per contact. And be aware, I'm not 100% sure of the efficacy in South Africa just yet. We found in the past that some of these platforms like Apollo, they're not perfect with their data in South Africa. They can, and Africa in general, whereas in Europe and the States, they're particularly good. Okay. I showed you how we can set this to automate. And last two slides, and I do forget, I see I didn't put a last slide in, my apologies. But this is the really cool stuff where I actually found something super interesting, okay? But they've added two elements called buyer intent and lead scoring. When I saw lead scoring, I was like, come on guys, you've done this already, man. I know what lead scoring is, we've used it, it's okay, it works okay, all right? They've added some sprinkling of AI in here and some things happened and it's really quite powerful. I'll show you in a sec. But know who's ready to buy, okay? Identify companies actively researching solutions like yours, even if they're not in your CRM. And that's what I'll show you in a second, which is pretty wild. Target high intent companies to increase the chances of closing deals and visualize your total addressable market and track intent. Okay, I'm going to show, and then I'm just going to show you the other slide, then I'll jump into the system and then we're done. Target markets. So this fits very nicely with the buyer intent and the lead scoring. So identify your target markets using key attributes like industry, company location, number, employees, technologies, okay? I haven't played around with the technologies thing, but I see it's in there, which is pretty cool. Get deeper with company keywords that bring further specificity to your search and see how many companies are in your target market, okay? Right, so let's jump into target markets, buyer intent, and lead scoring. So let me see if I've actually got some of this. Okay, so this is lead scoring. It's basically very similar to what we've had in the past, and lead scoring we've all seen, but it seems to just work slightly differently, and it works in unison with some of this target market stuff. So I mean, these are our main lead generating forms. Okay, you open up some emails, you click CTAs, and it scores you. Okay, no great shakes there. All right. But it does seem to work particularly well and better than I've seen these things in the past. So what we then get is we get a sales dashboard where this is just mine, and bear in mind, I'm not a salesperson, so I haven't got all of these things detailed. But what it then starts to do is, where was I there? It starts to rank my deals, okay? Using those metrics and a whole bunch of other metrics that I have not put into here, okay? This is a nice little view that has just popped up. It's called Workspaces Sales. I'm not going to go too much into this, but what it does do is it just tells our sales folk what's overdue, what's happening today, who I need to follow up on. Just a really nice layout. Also brand new. It's in beta. So they released a lot of stuff end of September, HubSpot. But now we go into buyer intent, okay? So what I've got here is my total addressable market. And if I just go here, I can have a look at who they are, okay? I can have a look at who's showing intent, okay? And I can have a look at who I've actually got in the CRM. Bear in mind, I have configured this. I've, at this point, configured Mo Agency with all the industries I'm interested in, and then I configured a small little target market, which is financial services. I then put some intent criteria in, so anything with HubSpot in the URL, CRM, and excluded anything with careers. Obviously, we've got quite extensive careers pages, okay? Sorry, bear with me. There we are, okay. It then shows me the companies, okay? And shows me who has intent. Now this was, and there are companies here that we don't have in the CRM. These guys are, this is in the CRM. This one is not in the CRM. You can see that little HubSpot thing. But this was like wild to me because we've done most of the fintechs that are using HubSpot, from Ecorca to SureSwipe, to the list goes on. Yoko is one company we love and would love to put HubSpot into. We just think it's such a good match, but we just haven't, and I can show you the history with it. We've been targeting them for years, but for whatever reason, we haven't been able to crack it. But it's just a company we'd love to work with. And so it's matched the intent criteria, and what we can see is we have people that have been browsing these pages, our pricing, this page, which is deemed intent, okay, for the last little while. Maybe they're even on this webinar, I don't know. I didn't actually look at the details, but they're being quite extensive. We've got a number of contacts that we've been targeting over the years. But what we can see is 3 different people from Yoko have visited our website in the last 30 days. Okay, so I'm like, wow, what are we doing? Maybe they're potentially thinking about HubSpot. The salespeople can go and start to get going on it, figure out who it is. I had a look at it. It's not people that we've been interacting with before. I don't think we've targeted them too much from a sales perspective of late, but super, super interesting. And we can filter this down, and we can, have a look at this one. 3 unique visitors, 161 page views. And we don't have a deal for this company. They're just a prospect at the moment. We've got someone over there who's who we know about. But this tool is freaking amazing. And then I can go into the captured companies, the ones that I know of. Okay. So actually we know these people. Nice accounting, the company, 6 unique visitors. Standard Bank, really, really cool. And these tools worked in the past to an extent, but they're mostly, at least in South Africa, before this AI piece that they've put in here, we had a prospecting tool. It would tell us, it would like say, Internet Solutions, so their ISP. It wasn't able to figure out that it was this company that was coming to your page, and we've got these different unique visitors, okay, that were coming to it. So this I'm particularly excited about. And these are good companies and many different people who are coming to our website. And I can see here, okay, that Retail Capital is potentially interested in buying a CRM and potentially a HubSpot CRM. So salespeople can get going on this, which is fantastic. One other thing I wanted to show, so lead scoring, target markets. I guess that's it, guys. I hope that was useful. I know I whipped through these solutions quite a bit, but I didn't want to get bogged down in too much. And I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I need to cover. No, I think that's good. Thanks, guys. I hope it was useful. I know it's a bit of a whirlwind, and I'm sorry that I can't do proper in-depth demos of stuff. It's all beta. And that prospecting thing, I think, is like fire. But I just need to get access to it. And as soon as I do, we'll send out a notification regarding this. But guys, this is where these CRMs are going and AI is going. These are early stages, but I think we can see that it's really getting quite cool. And these tools are pretty amazing, and they're going to make us sell more, market more, be better at our jobs. Cool. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.